Relationships can be a drag, right? Trust me, I know. One day, my girlfriend and I were choosing wallpaper for our home. The next day, she had her bags packed and was ready to leave. Just before she walked out the door, she turned to me and said, "I've met someone else." Then she disappeared from my life forever. What the hell? Does this sound familiar to you? Ever had a similar experience? One day, you're more in love than ever. The next, the relationship has crumbled to dust. It doesn't make any sense. Well, that's part of the problem. The female brain isn't exactly rational. It runs on emotion and impulse, which is why it's so easy for guys to jump in and steal your girlfriend from under your nose. If this has happened to you, there's only one thing on your mind. How do I get her back? What do I need to know about breaking up and getting back together? Well, guess what? I found a little hidden technique that can rekindle relationships in a heartbeat. It's a little harsh and requires breaking away from the nice guy status. But let me tell you, this technique works better than anything else I've tried. Ready to get your ex-girlfriend back? Good, then I'll tell you everything you need to know. However, before we get started, could you help me out? Could you click like on this video for me? It would really mean a lot to me, and it would help my channel a lot. Go and click like while I wait here. Liked this video? Fantastic. Let's continue. Okay, so it breaks down like this. The reason she left you is because you weren't fulfilling her needs. Sorry if that sounds harsh, but it's true. Chances are you turned into a beta male who couldn't provide for her, so she went out looking for an alpha. Don't worry, it happens. Now the question is, how do you fix it? It's actually quite simple. You just need to become the alpha she wants so badly, and that's achieved with something called the VCRD model. It might sound complex, but it really isn't. VCRD is an acronym for the 4 stages you need to go through. These are validation, confirmation, restoration, dependency. We'll get into exactly what they mean later in the video, but for now, let's focus on the first step, validation. Ask yourself this question: why does it hurt so much when your girlfriend breaks things off? The truth might sound a little crazy, but hear me out. The reason it hurts so much is because the relationship isn't over. It hurts so much because she's happy and you're not. And this is where validation comes in. You see, there's a reason jealousy is commonly used as a malicious tool in relationships, and that's because it's unbelievably powerful. So here's what you do. You bump into your ex in a public place, then say to her, "It took me a while to realize it, but breaking up was the best thing that could have happened to us." She'll sound a little shocked. Then you finish with, "I've been on so many dates recently. I've met loads of great people. That wouldn't have been possible without you, so thank you." Then you walk away and let her mind fill in the blanks. Right away, she'll begin to question her decisions. She'll ask herself things like, how come he's so different now? Is he having a better time now that he's single? Maybe a future relationship could be completely different between us. See how powerful it is? After the validation stage, she'll be a mess of emotions. She won't know how to feel, and she'll begin to doubt herself. And that's exactly where you want her to be. Okay, so how do you move from this back into a relationship with her? Well, that doesn't come until later. Right now, you still need to convince her that you're much better off without her. That's where the confirmation stage comes in. But be prepared. This stage isn't for the faint of heart. You're going to get very cruel very quickly, so make sure you're prepared. Ready? Great. But before I teach you this harsh but effective trick, could you do a favor for me? Would you be able to subscribe to my channel? These kinds of techniques are being kept from the mainstream due to how immoral they are. But if you click subscribe, it will help me get this stuff out to the guys who need it. Click subscribe and I'll wait here. All done? Thank you. Now back to the confirmation stage. I won't lie, this step is simple, but it's not easy. Why? You're going to be a huge asshole to your ex. All you need to do is pick up the phone and text her. Here's what you say. Other women would jump at the chance to be with me, but I guess you just like being alone. You'll probably be alone forever. Everyone looks at you and knows that you're struggling without me. Yeah, I told you it was going to be harsh. She's going to be majorly pissed off and upset, and that's good. What you're doing is resetting your previous relationship and starting fresh. Truthfully, it's much easier to work with a fresh slate than trying to fix a relationship. So you're almost at the end. After 2 weeks, you're ready to lure your ex back into your life. It's time for the restoration stage. She'll be a whirlwind of emotions, and she won't know where to turn for help. And more importantly, the only person that can stop these feelings of torment is you. Again, all you need to do is text her. Pretty soon, something incredible is going to happen for you. I'm glad we had our little conversation the other night, but I think we both have more to say. See what's happening? You're inviting her to talk, and because she's an emotional wreck, she'll have to accept. Once you're face to face with her, you'll need to execute the final step, dependency. Dependency is actually a form of enslavement, which is a mind control technique designed to make a woman completely dependent on you. I'll explain more about this in a second, but here's how it will play out. You simply say to her, "Didn't you say that life was unbearable without me in it?" Given what you've already put her through, she won't be able to recall exactly what she said to you. Therefore, you're actually implanting a false memory in her mind. Once this is done, congratulations. The VCRD model is complete, and she won't be able to resist crawling back into your arms. The psychology behind the VCRD model goes very deep, and you can actually learn all about it today. You see, I learned this technique from a mind control guru named Derek Rake, and he runs a legendary online masterclass on mind control and manipulation. The VCRD model has rekindled my relationship in a way I never thought possible, and I know I can rely on it for any future problems I might face. It's very reassuring that I have Derek's techniques as a secret weapon. After you sign up for Derek's masterclass, you'll learn about the VCRD model in depth, as well as other mind control techniques which can be tailored to your own situation. A link will now come up in the video. Click it and the registration page for Derek Rake's online masterclass will come up. There, enter your best email address because that's where your masterclass ticket will be sent. Do it now. Click on the link. It might be the best decision you ever made.